NEC 210.8 addresses ground fault circuit interrupter protection for personnel in dwelling unit bathrooms. The specific question at hand involves the interpretation of the exception related to bathroom receptacle circuits. Let's examine the different perspectives. Firstly, one interpretation suggests that the exception allows for a single 20-amp circuit to feed multiple bathroom receptacles within a single bathroom, but not across multiple bathrooms. This interpretation aligns with the wording if the circuit stays only in one bath. Secondly, the electrical designer's interpretation argues that one 20-amp circuit must be dedicated to each bathroom regardless of the number of bathroom receptacles. This interpretation emphasizes the phrase each bathroom, implying that every bathroom requires its own dedicated circuit. The code section in question, NEC 210.8, and the exception states that for bathrooms, the required number of branch circuits shall be as required by 210.11. C1 210.11, C2 and 210.11, C3 and shall be in accordance with 210.52, C 210.52, D and 210.52. E branch circuits required by 210.11, C1 210.11, C2 and 210.11. C3 shall have a rating of not less than 20 amperes. If a bathroom does not have a receptacle outlet located within or at the face of the bathroom wall cabinet, a receptacle outlet shall be installed outside of and adjacent to the bathroom door or within the bathroom and outside of a shower or tub space. If the circuit supplies only the bathroom receptacles, other than a receptacle supplied by a 20 ampere wall appliance branch circuit, the receptacles may be supplied by any other 20 ampere branch circuit. Considering the wording of the exception in NEC 210.8, both interpretations are technically supportable. The code does not explicitly prohibit one 20-amp circuit from feeding multiple bathroom receptacles across multiple bathrooms. However, it's generally recommended to adopt the more conservative approach, which requires a dedicated 20-amp circuit for each bathroom. Here's a more in-depth look at the considerations that influence these interpretations. Firstly, safety is paramount. Dedicating a circuit to each bathroom minimizes the risk of overloads. Bathrooms often have high-demand appliances like hairdryers, curling irons, and electric razors. If multiple bathrooms are on the same circuit, simultaneous use of these appliances could easily overload the circuit, leading to trip breakers and potential hazards. Secondly, convenience is another factor. A dedicated circuit ensures that each bathroom has a reliable power source. If one bathroom's circuit trips due to an overload, it would affect the power supply to other bathrooms. This is particularly important in multi-bathroom homes or commercial settings where disruption in one bathroom should not impact others. Thirdly, future expansion should be considered. If the electrical system is being installed or upgraded, it's wise to anticipate future needs. Dedicating a circuit at each bathroom provides flexibility for adding more receptacles or higher demand appliances in the future without overtaxing the existing wiring. Fourthly, local codes and amendments may influence the interpretation. While the NEC provides a baseline for electrical safety, local jurisdictions can adopt and amend these codes to suit their specific needs. It's essential to consult with local electrical inspectors or authorities to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations. Fifthly, professional judgment plays a role. Electrical designers and contractors often rely on their professional judgment to make decisions that go beyond the literal wording of the code. They consider factors like the size of the home, the anticipated usage patterns, and the overall quality of the electrical system when determining the appropriate number of circuits for bathrooms. Sixthly, risk mitigation should be considered. The more conservative interpretation minimizes potential risks associated with shared circuits. By dedicating a circuit to each bathroom, the likelihood of overloads, nuisance tripping, and potential electrical hazards is reduced. Seventhly, compliance with related code sections is essential. NEC 210.11, C3, which addresses bathroom branch circuits, must be considered in conjunction with 210.8. This section specifies the requirements for the number and type of branch circuits required in bathrooms, which further supports the argument for dedicated circuits. Eighthly, understanding the terminology used in the code is crucial. The term dedicated circuit implies that the circuit serves only the specified load, in this case, the bathroom receptacles. This interpretation reinforces the idea that each bathroom should have its own independent circuit. Ninthly, the intent of the code should be taken into account. The NEC is designed to protect people and property from electrical hazards. The provisions related to bathroom circuits are intended to minimize the risk of shock, electrocution, and fire. The more conservative interpretation aligns with this intent by providing a higher level of safety and reliability. Tenthly, industry best practices suggest dedicated circuits. Even if the code technically allows for shared circuits, many electrical professionals recommend dedicated circuits as a best practice. This approach provides a margin of safety and ensures that the electrical system meets the needs of the occupants. Here's an example scenario. Imagine a home with 3 bathrooms. According to the first interpretation, a single 20-amp circuit could potentially serve all the receptacles in these 3 bathrooms, provided that the total load does not exceed 20 amps. However, according to the second interpretation, each of the 3 bathrooms would require its own dedicated 20-amp circuit. In the first scenario, if multiple high-demand appliances are used simultaneously in different bathrooms, the circuit could easily become overloaded, causing the breaker to trip. This would disrupt the power supply to all 3 bathrooms, potentially causing inconvenience and safety hazards. In the second scenario, each bathroom has its own dedicated circuit, so an overload in one bathroom will not affect the power supply to the other bathrooms. This provides a higher level of safety and convenience. To further illustrate the importance of these interpretations, let's consider the potential consequences of overloading a shared bathroom circuit. Firstly, nuisance tripping can occur. If the circuit is frequently overloaded, the breaker may trip repeatedly, causing frustration and inconvenience. Secondly, overheating of wiring may happen. Overloaded circuits can cause the wiring to overheat, which can damage the insulation and increase the risk of fire. Thirdly, damage to appliances is possible. Overloads can also damage appliances that are connected to the circuit, potentially shortening their lifespan or causing them to malfunction. Fourthly, electrical shock hazards are possible. Damaged wiring can create electrical shock hazards, especially in damp environments like bathrooms. Fifthly, fire hazards are increased. In extreme cases, overloaded circuits can cause fires, which can have devastating consequences for people and property. Given these potential consequences, it's clear that the more conservative interpretation, which requires dedicated circuits for each bathroom, provides a higher level of safety and reliability. While the code may not explicitly prohibit shared circuits in all situations, the risks associated with this approach outweigh the potential cost savings. In conclusion, when interpreting NEC 210.8 regarding bathroom receptacle circuits, it's essential to consider both the literal wording of the code and the underlying principles of electrical safety. While both interpretations have technical merit, the more conservative approach, which requires a dedicated 20-amp circuit for each bathroom, is generally recommended. This approach minimizes the risk of overloads, ensures a reliable power supply, and provides flexibility for future expansion. It's also important to consult with local electrical inspectors or authorities to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that your bathroom electrical system is safe, reliable, and compliant with the NEC. Always prioritize safety and consult with qualified professionals when making electrical decisions. It is important to emphasize that electrical work should only be performed by qualified and licensed electricians. Working with electricity can be dangerous, and improper installation or repair can lead to serious injury or death. If you are not a qualified electrician, do not attempt to perform any electrical work yourself. Instead, hire a licensed electrician to ensure that the work is done safely and correctly. This video is intended for informational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional electrical advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician before making any decisions about your electrical system. By taking these precautions, you can protect yourself and your property from electrical hazards.